Okay, today we're going to do Module 7, Lesson 26. And our objective is I can draw a line plot to represent measurement data, answer questions, and draw conclusions based on measurement data. So let's take a look at the data we're going to draw. Here it says length of items in a pencil box. And then here are the number of items. If you notice, the items have been measured in centimeters. So when we do our line plot, we need to make sure we label centimeters. First, I'm going to put my title. So, my title is going to be length of items in a pencil box. Next, I need to draw my line plot. So, I'm going to draw a line. At the beginning, remember, I'm going to start at 0. But then, here, my smallest number is 6. Then my largest number is 17. So, I'm going to put a break, and then I'm going to start at 6, and I'm going to count up to 17. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to label the numbers. So remember, these numbers represent centimeters. So I'm going to put a C and an M for centimeters. Now, I can start charting out my data. So for 6 centimeters, we have 1 item. So above 6, I'm going to put 1X. For 7 centimeters, we have 2. So I'm going to put 2 X's. For 8 centimeters, there are 4, so I'm going to put 4 X's. For 9, we have 3. For 10, we have 6. For 11, there are 4 items. 12, there are no items, so I'm not going to put anything over 12. 13 has 1. 14 has nothing. 15 has nothing. So moving on to 16, we have 3 items. And then 17 centimeters, we had 2 items. So now my line plot is complete. Now let's answer some questions. What measurements occurred most often? So looking at my line plot, it is easy. But then we also had 8, which had the next most, 11, and 11. So what measurements occurred most often? 8 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 11 centimeters occurred most often. They were the ones with the most. Number 2, what is the difference between the smallest measurements and the greatest measurement? Remember, difference means to subtract. So I'm going to take the smallest, which is 6, and the largest, which is 17, and I'm going to subtract them. So 17 minus 6 equals 11 centimeters. So the difference between the smallest measurement and the greatest measurement is 11 centimeters. So we're going to do another line plot. I'm going to start it. You're going to do it with me. Then you are going to finish it and then answer the 2 questions. So here we have student heights and the number of students. So begin by placing your graph title, your line plot title, which is student heights. Then we're going to draw the number line. Our number line is going to start at 38 and then end in 47. This time, our number line is going to be in inches. So I'm going to draw my line. Remember, we're going to put a 0, but then 2 lines to break it so that we can start from 38. And then we're counting by ones. Up to 47. Now I'm going to label my numbers with inches, because that's what we were measured in. Now let's begin. I'm going to do the first 2 with you, and then you're going to finish up the graph on your own. So for 38 inches, we had 1 student, so I'm going to put an X. For 39 inches, there were 2 students, so I'm going to place 2 X's. You're going to complete the rest of the line plot. When you finish completing the line plot, you're going to answer these 2 questions. So number 1, how many students were 41 inches and below? Then number 2, how many students were 45 inches and above? When you've finishing the line plot and answering the 2 questions, you're done with today's lesson.